Hi guys, welcome to another reading on my channel. Today we'll be looking at what you are not seeing. If there is a certain situation that you feel like you're not particularly clear on, or maybe you feel like things are going great, but there's this feeling inside of you that there's something just not right, I feel like this reading will give you the answers you're looking for. We have 3 piles to choose from today, and they are Pile 1, the Sunstone, Pile 2, Jade, and Pile 3, Tiger's Eye. If you need a second to pause the video and meditate on the piles, you can do that now. If not, I'll see you in your pile. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Sunstone crystal, so this is your pile. We will start with the question, what are you not seeing, Pile 1? What are you not seeing, Pile 1? What is Pile 1 not seeing? We have the Hierophant. I'm going to move this to the side. What are you not seeing, Pile 1? We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Sun. Beautiful. So my dear Pile 1, what I'm getting here is that recently you may have gotten some advice from somebody who is well educated, or they're in a certain position of power, or there's somebody who is a professional in their field and you needed their advice for something. Or this is somebody who is maybe ahead of you business-wise, career-wise, or maybe just in general. So this is a person who definitely has credibility, that has the wisdom, and that has the ways and the means how to achieve something that you want to achieve. And at some point you went to that person for advice, and I feel like this person gave you just the right thing, but it's like you are starting to doubt it, because I see the Ten of Wands here with the Seven of Pentacles, which talks to me about you really trying this, let's say, recipe or advice out and really not succeeding, at least not in a way that you expected it to succeed, or in a time frame that you maybe imagined it should succeed. And this is something that is starting to dwell on you. You're starting to question whether this person was genuine, whether they gave you a valid advice, and whether this advice is the proper way to do things in order to get to what you want. For a lot of you, I feel like you are being quite impatient. With the Seven of Pentacles, you are not yet seeing the results that this person promised you will get. But I do feel that with the Sun card at the end of the first row that we just pulled, I feel like you will get to your destination. You will get the manifestation. You will get the reward, or whatever it is that you wanted to achieve when you went to this person for advice. But I don't think that you really understand how the process works and what are the little intricacies of the process, and this person does know it. So instead of maybe doubting whether this person said the right thing or gave you the correct advice, I think that it will be more beneficial for you to maybe ask this person if you have any doubts or insecurities about the advice, so that they can tell you a bit further or deeper about the subject, because I do feel like you're lacking the understanding that this person does have. You are merely focused on the results, but this person knows each and every stage how to get from your position to the position you want to be in. And I do feel like you may have approached this a bit not, at least not serious enough, let's say it like that, because I do feel that some of you thought that this person's advice would be everything you needed, but this person knows that there's a whole bunch of things that you need to do with the advice, and it will take you time and effort to get to your destination. And if you do have some doubts, I think it would be beneficial to ask this person and just get a clear insight into what do they know and what you don't see about this, so that you can get to your destination easier and maybe even quicker. Because in the terms of the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of you have expected from this person that they would give you like a magic pill. You will just swallow it and everything will change. But with the 10 of Wands, we see here that it's not quite simple. You have to do some type of work. You have to give some type of an effort that you didn't expect would be required. And I feel like a part of you is resenting that. You felt like this should have been easier, but it's not. And I do feel like everything you want will come, but you need to take a different approach. You need to become more patient and more understanding towards why the process exists in the first place. And if you don't understand the process, it will be quite hard for you and quite intolerable to go through that process. So I feel like you should advise yourself with this person a bit more, to find out more about why did they say or give that particular advice and what that has to do with your current situation. I do feel like this person is very wise and that they intentionally did not tell you certain things because they wanted to see how serious you are about this. And if you truly are, they knew that you would get back to them and ask them for more information. So this is like a test for you. This is what I feel. You're being tested whether you really want to work for the things you wish to achieve, or you just want everything to be handed to you. And this is a test of character, and I think this person knows it, and they have been really smart about this, and they really wanted to test you to see if you are, let's say, worthy, even that's not the perfect word for this, but if you are somebody who is ready to step into that role of becoming the person who has achieved the thing you are wanting. So you are not seeing that you are being impatient and a bit stubborn here. This is what I'm getting. And I feel if you want to progress and succeed with this, you need to go get further information from this person. Let's see, why are you not seeing this? Why is it that you are not seeing this? What do we need to know here? We have the Chariot. Yes, of course. Like I already said, you feel like this should be a magic pill. Like this should be an instant solution. And this may have worked for your life in the past, but with this thing that you want to achieve here, I feel like you will have to have a different approach. Not everything in life can be gained by using force, by going forcefully forward. And this is the Chariot card, which perfectly fits in here, because one of the lessons of the Chariot card, especially when you look at the card in the traditional tarot, there is this young man who's a prince, and he has his chariot with two sphinx. One is white, one is black, and he's charging ahead. He's not taking the time to look what's surrounding him. He's just focused on his goal, and he goes so forcefully and so fiercely that his chariot might tip over. And this is where that prince needs to learn a lesson which comes after that, and that is the strength card, that not all battles are won by brute force. Sometimes you need to use a more gentler approach and maybe keep your ego in check if you want to win in the long run. You may win a few battles, but you will not win the war if you decide to go with such force and without keeping your ego in check. So I do feel like this is one of the main reasons here, because you wanted this to be so easy. You wanted to avoid the necessary work. But without that work and effort, I don't think that you can get to this point. So this might be quite a humbling moment for you, Pile 1. And a very good spiritual lesson. Let's see. What else? Why are you not seeing this? Why are you not seeing this, Pile 1? We have the King of Swords. Yeah, you feel like you are entitled to this. And I can agree to a point. Like, yes, you definitely have the right to be whoever you want, to have whatever you want, and to really live the best life that you can possibly imagine for yourself. I'm so totally on board with that. But sometimes the things that we want and the means by which we can attain those things is not benefiting other people, but what's even more interesting here is that it's not benefiting you. Because with this impatience and stubbornness, you can only get so far in life. Really, guys. And I say that with the most possible good intention here. I'm not trying to pick on somebody, because I know how that feels. I used to be this person. I was very impatient and very stubborn. In yoga, we would say strong mind, which means a lot of ego present, a lot of attachment, a lot of expectations, and that usually just makes you angry and resentful. And this is why I feel like this will be a humbling moment for you, where you will probably crack open and realize that in life everything is give and take. You need to dance that dance of life, of doing and then being passive, and knowing when and how to act accordingly. Whereas the Chariot here is just yang energy, the masculine, forceful, action-oriented energy, goal-oriented energy. And I feel like there is a type of an imbalance that you hold, whether you are a male or a female. I feel like you are predominantly with this subject here in the masculine energy, and you are doing things from the masculine energy. And I don't think that it is working for you in attaining this goal. Let's see what else. Why are you not seeing this? And we have the Knight of Chalices, which is the Nine of Cups in the traditional tarot. Yeah. This is something that is very important for you. It's like a dream come true. You see how this man here is just daydreaming, he's fantasizing, maybe about a woman, or maybe about a family, maybe about a career. You just, whatever it is that you are fantasizing about and daydreaming about, I feel like this is very important for you. But because you're so into daydreaming, it's like you lose sense with reality. That it's different when you just imagine things, when you visualize things. Everything comes so effortlessly, so easily, so instantly. But in the material plane, we are ruled by time. So there is a dimension that rules our life, and it does take a while from our idea to be planted into the physical reality, and then the idea to grow, and we do have to nurture it and take care of it in order for it to blossom, bloom, and give us fruits. And this is where I feel, and we see here the fruits here as well, this is where I feel that you lack discipline. You can visualize, you can think of a lot of things. Maybe you can even set things in motion, but I feel like you are lacking the discipline, the patience to grow and nurture that idea from the seed to the full grown plant so that you can harvest the fruits. This is where I feel like you have a problem. And this is somewhere I feel you will have to get a deeper understanding in order for you to get to this, whatever it is that you want to achieve. And once again, I refer you to the person who gave you this advice because they know how to get there. And if you want to play smart, keep your ego in check. You're not the smartest person here. Nobody is. There's always somebody smarter. But if you want to become something or someone that you see that somebody else already has become, it would be wise of you to ask them to see how they managed to do it. So I do feel that for you, Pile 1, you just need to allow yourself to be taught by somebody else, to admit to yourself that things might not come as easy as you imagined them to come, and that you may not have all the answers, and then be wise enough to ask for help from somebody who does have those answers. Let's see, how is this affecting, so this, what you're not seeing, how is this affecting your life at the moment? How is this affecting your life at the moment? We have the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So a lot of you are really trying to talk to a lot of people. You're trying to find answers, but you are talking to people who don't have those answers. It's like you're talking to your friends and just complaining, this hasn't happened yet. I went to that person, they said I should do this and this, they gave me this and that, but it's still not happening. It's like you are talking to the people around you who are at the same level as you, who still haven't attained the thing you want to attain, instead of you going to this person who has those answers. And I do feel like you have a tendency here to be actually, I'm just going to go way deep into this, guys. So if your initial answer to what I'm saying is no, think about it for a second and then see if it really resonates. So I feel that some of you are actually afraid of this thing manifesting, even though the idea of having that is so magnificent for you. I feel like there's a part of you that is actually afraid that this might come true, because that will mean something will happen that you are not ready to deal with. Either you will have to let go of some people, or maybe you'll have to let go of your career, or maybe your household, or maybe the place you live in. Something will drastically shift. And I think it's subconscious, of course, guys. I don't think you're ready to let go of that. And even though you want this to be manifested in your life, subconsciously you are afraid of it happening at the same time. And this conflicting ideas are actually quite common within people, and this is one of the main reasons why people don't actually succeed in their dreams and their goals, because there's this secondary benefit from staying in the place where you're currently at. So think about that, Pile 1, because even though this is something that really inspires you, it does come with a certain price, and I feel like you're not ready to pay it. And one of the reasons that is important for you is the notion or the belief that you have that it will have to be taken away from you in order for you to achieve this, whatever the Sun card represents. Think about that, because this is an important step. And again, referring you to the first card, I feel like this person who gave you the advice can help you on that topic. So let's see for the last card from this deck. Let's see. What would be your advice? Okay, we got 2 cards, so I'm going to take them, even though I wanted to have like the beautiful top of the pyramid, upside down pyramid, but I guess we have to have 2 cards. So what would be the advice? Again, we get the 7 of Cups, which reminds me of the energy that I got from the Knight of Chalices here, or the Knight of Cups here. Again, there's so much confusion within you. You want something, but you're not really going after it with your whole heart. And I feel like I said with the Ace of Cups here, there's a conflict within you. You need to choose between something. If you want this to become a part of your life, you need to let go of something, and that other thing is still appealing to you. And this is where your problem actually is, because you are in conflict with yourself. Your wishes are in conflict with each other. And if you can find a way to resolve that conflict, and there is a way to resolve it, just to let you know, guys, you can have both, at least to some extent. And I feel like this would be the advice for you. You need to find a way to resolve that conflict, because if you stay in this way, you will not achieve anything. This will just stay an unfulfilled wish, like wishful thinking. But like I already said, I do see the sun in the end, so I do feel like you will really manage to surpass this and get to your goal. Let's take a few oracle cards just to gather further explanation on what you are not seeing, pile 1. What are you not seeing? We have abundance. Beautiful. And we have solitude. Yeah, this is very indicative for me, because there's a lot of abundance that is ready to enter your life. And this is why you were going for advice and you wanted to change something, because you wanted a more abundant life. And with the solitude on the other end here, you're definitely not approaching this in the best possible way. You're trying to do this all alone, all on yourself. But like I already said, this is like the 5th time I'm referring to the first card. Go talk to that person. They know a lot, and they can help you with this. And they do have the answers you're seeking. Let's see what else. What are you not seeing, pile 1? What are you not seeing? We have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. What are you not seeing? And we have a new start is coming. New moon. Interesting. So we have the full moon and the new moon. So it is time to release whatever is holding you back. And with the Scorpio, I will have to say that it does refer to the Ace of Cups. So that subconscious blocks that you have regarding your wish. Because there is something very valuable to you that you might lose if you attain that wish. And until you resolve that conflict, the new start won't come. And even though this might sound like these 2 opposites cannot be mended, I assure you, we do that every day. There are techniques, there are ways that you can do that. If you don't know how to do it yourself, contact a certified coach or a certified spiritual teacher who can help you with that. And again, going back to the first card, I really do think that you already have been provided with a person who can help you through this so that you can get that new start. And let's pull the last 2 cards just for advice to see what can you do, what to look out for regarding this situation. Pile 1. We have ask for help. It doesn't make you weak. Okay, I love it when the cards fit in so perfectly with what I'm saying. So do ask for help, pile 1. It does not make you weak, it makes you wise. Wise men know that they are not equipped with a certain type of knowledge, with a certain type of experience, or certain type of I don't even know what I wanted to say. So they know that they're not equipped with certain type of skills. So in order for them to progress, they hire people, or they go to people who know about this and get more information. So do that. Be wise, pile 1. Don't be the chariot. Don't be that prince who is so stubborn that he doesn't see anything around him. And we have slow down and rest. You need it. So again, when we were talking about this impatient energy here from the 7 of Pentacles, I do feel like you are trying to force things forward, and it will be more comfortable and more pleasurable for you that this whole process is managed in a different way, in a way that you were to slow down and rest and just allow things to happen naturally. So if you have been neglecting yourself and really being stressed out because this is not happening for you yet, take some time off. Go have time with your friends, travel somewhere, maybe have a wellness weekend, a spa day, or whatever. Just take time to rest and allow yourself to stop resisting this. And I think you will get what you are wanting. My dear pile 1, this was your reading. I hope this resonated, and I do feel like you are heading in the right direction. So bear this message in mind and do ask for help. Until next time, pile 1. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Jade crystal. Let's start with your reading. And let's see, what are you not seeing, pile 1? What are you not seeing? What is pile 2 not seeing? We have the 2 of materials. So this is the 2 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. What is pile 2 not seeing? We have the 2 of inspirations. This is the 2 of wands within the traditional tarot deck. What is pile 2 not seeing? We have the Empress. What are you not seeing, pile 2? And we have the Hierophant. Wow. So, pile 2. With the 2 and 2 here, so we got 2 cards with the number 2. There's this great energy of you having to choose something. And it's interesting that there is number 3 and number 5. I'm missing the number 4, which talks about stability. And with that in mind, I'm seeing that you're procrastinating on a decision that you need to make. And you are doing that because you feel like you will lack stability. This decision, if you choose the truly inspiring path for you, will lead you to a way of being that you have always dreamt of for yourself. Like with this Empress card, I feel like it is something you always wanted to have, to live, to achieve. But I do feel that because we're missing the Emperor here, and we do have the Hierophant, there is a lot of subconscious beliefs that are truly blocking you from making that decision, making the right decision for yourself. Because with this procrastination here, I feel like you are not gonna make that choice, at least not anytime soon, and you will try to procrastinate, to delay making that choice. And it's going to get harder and harder for you to juggle 2 sides of your life. It's like you're living a double life. You're living the life that you've been living up till now, that was expected, that was in line with the belief system you've had, and maybe even the life that was expected of you to live. But there is a part of you that is trying to rise up to the surface and really embody itself through you, through the Empress. And that is your true authentic self. That is your true calling, true passion, true way of life, way of being. And I do not feel like it was supported throughout your life to be this way. And this is why you're struggling here. This is why you're having such a hard time to choose which path you want to go. And it's becoming way harder for you to juggle those two ways of being, those two paths. And it will come a time where you will have to decide which path you will want to take. Because I feel like you're standing on two different roads and they're just increasing in distance. And there is really anatomically a certain length that you can endure with both of your feet on each path. So at one point, you will have to choose a path, because if you don't, you will really fall off either paths. So if you don't want this to happen, if you don't want to ruin everything, the path that you've been on that is so secure and familiar and feeling like a comfort zone, and the path that you're really wanting to embark on, if you don't want to fall either off the paths, you will have to make a decision. And I feel like you don't see that this might happen. You do have to choose. Even though if you choose staying on the old path, I feel it would be a better decision for you than to really fall off of both paths. Because if you do decide to stay on the old path, you can always reconsider and start moving in the way that your new path leads you. But I do feel like you're doing the worst possible thing here. You're being indecisive and you're staying in place. And for you, pile 2, I feel like that is the worst possible decision. And you are not seeing how certain conditioning, certain upbringing, unconscious beliefs are truly blocking you from going forward. But it's not only that, they are blocking you to go in either direction. And this is where I feel like you lose the most. You can lose even the stable path you're so reluctant to let go. But as well, you can lose the new path that your true self is wanting to go towards. So this is what you're not seeing, pile 2. If you stay indecisive for much longer, you risk losing both things. And I feel like you needed to hear that today. Let's see, why are you not seeing this, pile 2? Wow, okay. Just wanted to jump out, and perfect. We do need 3. We have the Magician in reverse. That fits perfect with this. We have the Page of Inspiration, which is the Page of Wands in reverse. And we have the 2 of Materials. No, the 7 of Materials, sorry guys, in reverse. So we got 3 reversals. I usually take reversals, but I have a lot of decks that are all set upright, and I do have certain decks that I have cards mixed. So some are upright, some are reversed. I cannot tell you why. It's just my feeling. My intuition tells me when I should do that or not. But when I get a reversal in the reading, I always take it. It's just in case somebody was wondering why I do that. So with the Magician in reverse, I definitely feel like you're not considering yourself to be able to choose. Like you're not able to create what you're wishing to create. And it's like you are powerless. It's like you are lacking crucial and like elemental resources that are required for you to build this life. And not only that, it's not like you're lacking resources. You feel like you're not able to do it. It's like you're not talented enough. You're not capable enough. I see a lot of self-doubt here. You're doubting yourself and you're doubting your ability to be great, to be in this role of the Empress. It doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female. The Empress is just an energy that represents this position you want to attain. And I feel like you are not seeing that you can be somebody who is worthy of that position. It's like you are denying yourself the power and the ability to be the leader, to be a role model. But you are, pal, too. This is what I'm getting. You truly are. And your soul is driving you to that role because it's so natural for you. And the funny thing is you're already doing it, but you're not actually aware of it. And with the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I see that you are trying to, like I already said, delay things, procrastinate. But with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like this is maybe a safer approach for you, because you definitely lack the mentality, you lack the conditioning, the beliefs that are in line with this role. And this is why you're not seeing this, because your belief system is not supportive of this role. And if you want to really resolve the situation, you need to work on your belief systems to see what identity this Empress really is. Who are you trying to embody? And then see if that person was in front of me, if I could talk to that person, how would that person act? How would they dress? How would they talk? How would they go about their day? And try to find as many details about how this person thinks, feels, and acts to see how that differs from who you are now. So if you want to be this person, you need to become that person. And this is why I feel like you have a lot of work here to do. You need to change your mentality to be in line with the person you are wanting to become. Let's see, how is this, what you are not seeing, affecting your life at the moment? How is this affecting your life at the moment, Pao 2? We have the Seven of Inspirations, which is the Seven of Wands. And we have the Nine of Voices, which is the Nine of Swords. I truly don't like this combination, but I guess it's expected to see here because of the energy that you're holding here with the Two of Pentacles. So you are fighting off everything that is good that wants to come to your life because you are scared of making that decision. And you're basically disallowing the goodness, the abundance of life to come to you. You are protecting yourself, but from the wrong things. This is what I'm getting. And you are really agitated. Some of you might be even anxious because this is becoming unbearable, this situation. You are so much into this, like this position. It's like you're juggling, and you're juggling on one leg, even though this person seems like they're doing it quite effortlessly. They're really not, because they're standing on this little rock. And if they make one wrong move, everything will fall apart. And I feel like you give off this perception of being really stable, of being very multitasking, of being very adept to all the pressure and the stress and all the maybe deadlines that you are having to face. And people tend to think of you as somebody who is quite successful and doing all things at once perfectly fine. But I feel within you are really struggling. You're really struggling, and it's coming to a boiling point very soon. And I do feel like it might break. You might have a burnout. And that's what I said here. You need to choose a path before you lose both paths. Because that is definitely a risk here. You're at least risk of losing both paths, both options here. And I do not think that you wish that to happen. Let's see some advice for you, pile 2. What do we need to know? Again, I got 2 cards. So this happened in pile 1 as well. I wanted to have 1 card at the top, but 2 came out. So you have that as well. So we have the priestess, which is the high priestess, and the temperance. So the high priestess tells us about listening to your intuition, attuning to that inner knowledge, and let that inner voice guide you. And to really temper out what you are doing, because you're doing way too much. You need to find a perfect balance that works for you. But the temperance is a different type of balance, and it really is a lot more gentle and more harmonious than the 2 of materials, which is the 2 of pentacles here, and 2 of wands. So the temperance would be that perfect balance, like that perfect flow that you want to have in your life. And with the high priestess, it tells me that the perfect flow and the effortlessness comes with you listening to your inner guidance and really acting on that inner guidance, to taking the path that will lead you to that temperance, to that harmonious equilibrium. And this is what you need to do. Let's take a few oracle cards, pile 2. What are you not seeing here? What are you not seeing? We have happiness. Yes, perfectly. Perfectly fits here. What are you not seeing, pile 2? We have adventures. Yeah. So happiness is meant for you, but it does come with a choice. You need to choose. And look how there are 2 dolphins here. Again, the number 2 is so prevalent in your reading that it does have a meaning to some of you. And I do feel like in order for you to really be happy in your life, you need to choose the path that will lead you to that happiness. Listen to your inner guidance. It will tell you. And the high priestess is again the number 2. And with so many number 2s here, you definitely need to make a choice. And do bear in mind that each choice, even if not making a choice, is something you will do, and it's still a choice. It's a choice to remain indecisive. And whatever choice you choose, it will bring something. But if you choose the path that will lead you to happiness, you will have such great adventures. You will see the world in a totally different light. And things will become more natural. It will not be so stressed out. It will not be so unbearable. It will be very effortless and harmonious. This is what I'm getting for you. What else? What are you not seeing, pile 2? Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. For a lot of you, you need to quiet your mind, because your mind is doing all this noises and all these doubts. And again, we talked about the belief system. So definitely your mind here is your worst enemy. It's sabotaging your progress. And if you are able to quiet your mind and contemplate on the fear that you are feeling, you might understand that the answer is very clear. You will be able to hear your inner guidance. And if you work on this, you will be able to take the next step forward. Let's see what else. What are you not seeing, pile 2? It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. This is what pile 1 also got, which is quite interesting. So you need to release the negative expectations the negative visualizations that you have when you think of taking that path you truly want. Because your beliefs will come into fruition, they will become truth. So in order for you to live a different outcome, you need to work on the belief system, as I've already mentioned. So your beliefs are self-fulfilling prophecies. So in order for you to go forward safely, you do need to change that belief system. And I go back to the beginning. See how this person would think, feel, and act. And then see how this is different, how this differs from who you are now. How are you thinking, feeling, and acting now? And then make the necessary changes so that you become the person you want to become. And let's take 2 cards for advice. Pile 2. What do you need to know? Gratitude Rampage. List 10 things you're thankful for. This is beautiful. Sometimes we forget that we have already a lot to be thankful for. Even though we need to make a decision, even though we want to let go of something old in order for new to come in, it's quite favorable for the outcome we want to achieve to start being thankful for what we already have. And if you were to focus more on the things you really are grateful for, that are provided for you at this very moment, you would take your mind off the fears of what might happen. And you will get the inspiring action to move from this situation towards your desired path. And it will come quite easily and without that fear. So maybe start a gratitude journal, pile 2. Just start writing each day 3 things you're thankful for, and then remind yourself throughout the day of those 3 things. And try that for a month and see if something changes. And let's see one more. Okay, we have 2. I'm going to take it. We have tune into your inner peace. Again, this goes perfectly with the meditate and contemplate card. You do need to hear your inner self with the High Priestess here. You have all the knowledge you are needing here, but you're not listening to it. You're not trusting your inner self, and your inner self does know best. Tune into that. Quiet your mind and listen to your soul. And we have get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. For some of you, if you're not keen on meditation in terms of sitting and meditating quietly, you can just go for a walk, spend time in nature. It does have the same effect. It's very calming and soothing, and it's very grounding. And this is very good in terms of not seeing the Emperor here, the number 4, the stability. And I feel that spending time in nature will give you that roots, that firm first chakra, so that you can feel like you can manifest this desired path in your life. My dear pal, this was such an amazing reading. I really like this. I hope this resonated, and I wish you all the best with this. Until next time, bye. Welcome, pal 3. You have chosen the Tiger's Eye crystal, so this is your reading. Let's get right into the reading to see what are you not seeing, pal 3. What is pile 3 not seeing? What is pile 3 not seeing? We have the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. Interesting. So I'm getting 2 different messages from this. Either somebody left you and started a new life And now you're feeling like you are left out, like you are ignored and discarded, and you are just very stuck in this situation, and you can't get over it. You can't forgive and forget and move on. Or you are planning to leave a certain situation, whether it's a partnership, friendship, career, or maybe just a job position, and you are wanting to start something new, but you are afraid that you will lose something, like your status will decrease, like you will fall in this hierarchy way down low, and that in the end you will end up regretting your decision. So I'm getting definitely two groups within this pile. So whether you find yourself in one or the other, this should resonate. Maybe you can find yourself in both as well. Maybe the departure of a person left you feeling like you have lost a lot, and like you are degraded in some sort of way. And the thing that I see here that you are not seeing, pile 3, is that there's already something better presented for you. So whether you have lost something or you are planning to leave but are afraid that you will be regretting your decision, I feel like you're not seeing that a new opportunity has already been presented. And all you need to do is stop thinking about the loss you have endured, or the loss or regret that you might have if you leave. And I do feel like this is either a new partner, a new job, or maybe a new friend that is already entered your life or is ready to enter. You only need to look up. You stop looking at the 3 cups here that are not giving you anything constructive to your progress, to your life, and really focus on that, what is offering itself to you. I do mean that some of you know that this is present here, but in some way you feel like this is more valuable, but it's not. You are so attached to this 3 of Cups that you are not recognizing how big of a blessing this 4th cup here is. But let's see, why is it that you are not seeing it? Why are you not seeing this, pile 3? Okay, we have too many. I only need 3. And we did get the 3 of Cups on top. So bear that in mind, especially because we have the 3 of Cups here. Why is pile 3 not seeing this? We have the 6 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles, yes, of course. And the 4 of Swords. So for those of you who have been left by a partner, or you maybe were laid off a job, or whatever happened, so for those of you who know that situation already has changed in some way, you feel like you've been left behind. It's like everybody moved forward, everybody progressed, everybody got to a better position, everybody got some benefit from the situation except for you. For you, it was a total disaster, a total destruction of everything you've been working for so long. And now you need some time to really pick up the pieces of what's left over. But when I say pieces, I do mean pieces of yourself as well. And I do feel like you're not really ready to look at that 4th cup of that new opportunity, and that's perfectly fine. You do have to take the time to heal. It will be a wise decision. So you don't have to rush into something new. But I do feel like you need to recognize that these 3 cups are now in the past, and that there is something being offered to you, so that just the notion of that there is a possibility for me to start anew is something worth being grateful for. And I do feel like for those of you who are planning to leave a situation but haven't yet done it, You feel like you will be responsible for the crumbling of something that was very thoughtfully built. And I feel a lot of guilt here. It's like you have a lot of guilt if you go on with your decision. If you really put it into action, a lot of people will suffer. And that is something unbearable for you, Pile 3. It's something you never wished for yourself, and you don't want other people to suffer because of your decision. And I feel like this is making you stagnant. It's not allowing you to make that decision. Let's see how this is affecting your life. This what you're not seeing. How is this affecting your life at the moment, Pile 3? We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles in this readings. I feel like a lot of you are here because this pertains to your marriage status. So maybe some of you want to leave or have been already left by your partner, or this is a career thing. So you are somebody who wants to change your job or your career entirely, or you were laid off recently. And this definitely has a great impact on your self-worth. This is what I'm seeing. You are somebody who feels like has been thrown off their throne, thrown off their throne. So you've been overthrown in a way, or you feel like you will be there, you will be overthrown if you decide to leave. So definitely this is a status matter of your reputation, of your influence, of your stability. And I do feel with the Eight of Pentacles here, like you perceive this situation to require a lot of work, effort, and sacrifices. In terms of if you were left already or laid off, you will have to give great efforts to rebuild what was destroyed. And if you are planning to leave but still haven't left, every single day has become a torture for you because you're living something you don't want to live anymore. And you are giving so much of yourself into something that you have started to despise. And this is why I feel like you are not in a good position to actually see that there is something new for you here. Because this is so heavily weighing you down. It's like a burden, it's like a weight, it's dragging you down into darkness, into the mud. And it's so hard for you to look up and see that there is something bright and uplifting and positive already been presented here. Let's see an advice for you, Pile 4. Let's see what could you do about this. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So bear in mind, Pile 3, that everything worthwhile, everything that is meaningful takes time. And sometimes rash decisions can make a lot of damages. So if you have already been left or laid off, if you've already been through this situation, you will need time and effort to rebuild things, and you will. But you have to have the patience and determination of the Knight of Pentacles. He may be the slowest knight in the deck, but when he starts going, when he starts charging ahead, he doesn't stop until he reaches his goal. He doesn't crumble. He doesn't flee from the battlefield. He goes charging right ahead. Nothing can stop him because his goal is so precious to him. And maybe you should have that perception as well. And for those of you who are planning to leave a situation but still haven't, Find the patience within yourself. Look at the end goal. And each and every day, try doing simple and small steps that will, in time, lead you to your destination so that you don't have to be in this situation anymore. Let's pull some oracle cards, pile 3. What are you not seeing of this situation? Love, beautiful. I do feel for a lot of you that this has to do with relationships. And for a lot of you, it does have to do with a job or a career you wish to pursue that is more in line with who you truly are and what you want to be doing. We have abundance. Such similar cards between the piles. If you were drawn to any other pile, check that out as well. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. And conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Beautiful. So with this first card, I would say always choose love. Love would not condition you to stay. Love would not condition you to leave. Love would let you be who you truly are. That's true love. When you can love somebody even though they're not doing the things you wish they would be doing, but you recognize that they are different from what you perceive them to be, and you allow them to be themselves and still love and accept them for who they are. And this principle applies to you as well. If you are wanting something different, what would love do? Love would support you all the way. And with this abundance, I do feel like at this moment, you cannot see the abundance that is already presented to you, that is already available to you. And it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's reasonable to expect you not being able to see it, to be so positive about it when everything is crumbling down. It's perfectly fine. However, do bear in mind that this abundance wants to enter your life. And when you are ready, you need to let it come in. Step by step, day by day, just allow it slowly to enter your life. And within a month or two, you will see great changes happening so naturally without you having to cut things, to cut ties, to block people. Just allow it to flow naturally and allow it to change your life from the ground, from the foundation. Let's take 2 cards for advice, pile 3. What do you need to know? What would be your advice in this situation? Stay away from drama today. Yes. So sometimes the drama can involve other people, but oftentimes, and what I see here for a lot of you, the drama is happening within your head. So you're playing events over and over in your head, what has happened, how this has affected you, or you're visualizing the future events that might happen that are very scary and you wish to avoid. So that drama is mostly within your head. And I feel like you need to find a way to stop doing that. Maybe sit by a river or a lake or the sea if you have that as an option. If not, maybe just do whatever makes you calm, whatever makes your mind more present in the present moment and not really making a lot of constructions about what has happened or what will happen, and just be here and now and try to enjoy what you have at this very moment. And see one more. What would be the advice for you? Pile 3. Be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. Yes. Even though you don't have to make rash decisions, you do need to be bold. You need to be courageous and not step down, not forfeit, not give up when you face adversity. This is exactly the thing that people lack. When they face adversity, they pull back instead of just charging ahead. They need to persevere through that. And this is how they get to their goal. And that's why you have the Knight of Pentacles here, because he can persevere, my guys. He can endure so much that you cannot even imagine. But he has the mental strength, the willpower. And this is why when he starts his journey, you can count on him finishing it. Be the Knight of Pentacles, pile 3. Be the Knight of Pentacles. This was your reading, pile 3. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. And I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye.